you own your home in Markham for 10, 15, or even 20 years, you may be sitting on one of the most powerful financial assets in Canada. And most homeowners have no idea what to do with it. This video is for anyone who's been thinking about downsizing, whether you're an empty nester, approaching retirement, tired of maintaining a home that's too big, or simply ready for the next chapter. I'm gonna walk you through the financial case, the lifestyle case, and the step-by-step strategy for doing this right in the Markham market. I'm Michael Lau, Realtor with the Kaizen Real Estate Team at eXp Realty here in Markham. Downsizing is one of the decisions I help clients navigate most carefully because it's not just a real estate transaction, it's a life transition. And when you do it right in this market, it can be genuinely transformational. Let's get into it. Let's start with the numbers because in Markham, the numbers are exceptional. The detached homes, semis, and townhomes that families purchase in communities like Unionville, Wisemere Commons, Bursey Village, Raymerville, and Cornell over the past 2 to 3 decades have appreciated enormously. The equity locked inside a Markham family home is often the single largest financial asset that household will ever hold. Here's what that looks like in real terms. A family that purchased a 4-bedroom detached home in Unionville or Wisemere Commons 15 years ago for $700,000 may now find that home worth $1.4 million to $1.8 million or more in today's market. Now pair that with where you're moving to. Condo apartments in Markham currently average around $623,000. You could sell a $1.5 million detached home, purchase a premium 2-bedroom condo in downtown Markham for $700,000 to $800,000 and walk away with $600,000 to $700,000 in freed up equity after closing costs. That's capital you can invest, give to your children for their own down payment, use to fund retirement, or simply hold as a financial security. Done correctly, downsizing in Markham is not just a lifestyle decision. It's one of the most powerful financial moves a homeowner can make. But let's not reduce this to a spreadsheet because for most people, the lifestyle reasons are just as compelling. The empty nest reality. For empty nesters, downsizing means selling a 4-bedroom family home after the children have moved out and purchasing a more manageable 2-bedroom condo or a bungalow. For the vast majority of Markham families who purchase detached homes, specifically because of school catchments, Unionville High School, Burr Oak Secondary, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, Markville Secondary. The logic of staying in a large family home once those school years are over simply does not hold. The home served its purpose magnificently. Now it's time for those next chapter. Maintenance fatigue, shoveling in those long driveway, maintaining a large lot, replacing old HVAC systems, repainting the exterior. The physical and financial demands of a large Markham family home compound as homeowners age. Smaller condos and bungalows with condo corporation maintenance eliminate most of those burdens. Accessibility and health. Single level living, fewer stairs, elevator access, proximity to healthcare facilities, and community-based support services all become practical priorities over time. Markham's bungalow communities and condo developments offer purpose-built accessibility features that a typical 2-story family home simply cannot replicate. Location upgrade. Many people who downsize choose homes that are closer to amenities, shopping, healthcare, and public transit. Instead of those long commutes and isolated neighborhoods, downsizing puts you closer to the action. Whether that's a condo step from Whole Foods and the Markham Pan Center in downtown Markham, or a cozy bungalow in an active community. Let's talk about what the market actually looks like for downsizers in Markham today. Condos in downtown Markham. This is one of the most active space for downsizers right now. There are currently over 60 pre-construction projects in Markham, with developments like Union City starting from $587,000 and Gallery Towers starting in the high $600,000 in downtown Markham, both steps from Unionville GO Station. For resale, you're looking at an average condo price around $623,000, well positioned relative to what family home is worth. One note on condos. Nationally, condo prices are projected to see a continued softness in 2026. For a downsizer, that's actually good news. You're selling a detached home where prices remain more stable and buying into a condo market with real negotiating leverage. Bungalows. Bungalow inventory is limited, especially in established neighborhoods like Unionville and Markham Village, but they remain highly popular with empty nesters and retirees. If a single level living is your priority, you need to be ready to move quickly when the right home comes up. They don't sit long. Townhomes, a strong middle ground, more space than a condo, less maintenance than a detached. Townhomes in Markham average around $1.1 million earlier in 2025, a meaningful reduction from typical detached pricing, still with good resale fundamentals. Stouffville and surrounding York region. Stouffville is drawing significant interest from downsizers for its bungalow supply and community feel. If you're open to being slightly outside of Markham, it's worth exploring, especially if you want land and single-level living without condo fees. Here's the question I get most often. Do I sell first or buy first? The answer is almost always sell first. Know exactly what you're walking away with before you commit to your next purchase. In this market, where your detached home has strong value and the condo market has more inventory, that sequencing protects you financially and gives you negotiating leverage on the buy side. Conditional sales have become more common in York region. Sellers are more willing to accept conditions than in the past, and many of those sales are extending beyond the initial 30 to 45 day period, providing buyers additional time to sell their current property before completing the transaction. That's a window you can use to your advantage. Two other things to factor in before you list. First, tax implications. If this has been your primary residence for the duration of your ownership, you're sheltered from capital gains tax on the sale. But if any portion was rented or used for business, that changes. Get a CPA involved early. Second, timing matters emotionally too. Downsizing often comes with emotional decisions alongside the financial ones, and the process requires more than just a traditional sales strategy. Give yourself the runway to do this properly. Many homeowners begin planning 1 to 2 years before they intend to move. This allows time to prepare the property and evaluate new housing options. Here's the bottom line. If you own a home in Markham for a decade or more, you have built something remarkable. The question isn't whether downsizing makes sense financially. For most long-term Markham homeowners, clearly does. The question is whether you're ready, what your next chapter looks like, and whether you have the right strategy and the right people around you to execute it well. This is one of the most meaningful moves a homeowner makes, and it deserves a proper plan. If you'd like to sit down and walk through what your home is worth today, what your options look like in Markham market, and what a downsizing strategy will look like for your specific situation, I offer a free, no-pressure consultation. The link to schedule is in the description below. If this video has helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe. I cover the Markham market every single week. I'll see you in the next one.